22. Yeah. But I'm glad you're all good to go now. Yeah. I know you're a few minutes late. I didn't want to keep you waiting. And you know what? That's why I asked you. I emailed you yesterday because Transit 55 was down. So yeah. But I had app called Transit, and it gives me all the bus times. So I rounded that off, and I'm like, oh, she left now, and then I had to figure out. So I got all the rest of the U2s that Calgary Transit has left. I got 2063 this year. They're starting to dispatch them a little less now, I notice. Well, there's a staff shortage right now. That has a big thing to do with it. What can you do? Life goes on. That 20 was a fun route. I had a lot of fun. No. You were quite shocked because I do a lot of bus routes around this. This room must be busy, that's why they put an Arctic on it. I'm surprised when you get an Arctic, but I thought to myself when you gave me the email for what route you were doing, I was like, you're gonna get a stony block for sure. So when do you finish then?
I finish at like 7:40.
Oh, because you take the bus back to the garage. I checked its trips on Transit 55.
Yeah.
That must have been a long ways out for you.
Yeah, I gotta leave like 2 hours before I start.
So guess what? 4 more 7700s have officially been retired.
Oh, really?
40, 62, and 52 and 7760. But now you're starting to see the Anderson stuff come out to VP.
Okay, yeah.
7901 through 4 was just moved there recently. I got all of them. And like all my 2005 new Flyer 7900 series, I got 3 more to go. Then I still got a couple more 05s to go. 7891 through 99, and that'll be finished. Then I still have a couple 07 7900s, and then the 06s, and that'll be done. I've been on these XD60s before. They're pretty, here you really don't like the Excelsior, like the, XD40s.
Yeah, no, I don't like those.
You know what? I've been getting a little more used to riding them.
Oh, yeah?
But you know what? They're too quiet for me. I miss the roar from the engine. Like when you were on the hill and you got a 7700, I could hear you coming from a couple hundred yards away. Oh, I don't know if I ever told you I got on Calgary's last 7700, A7799. But the 77s in this colder love to break down. I'm so glad I didn't come on your bus that one day where you had no heat. So, give me the rundown after this. You're on spare board, so we might not see each other for... Keep each other in the loop, I guess, right? I'm hoping you get some VP buses on spare board, so if you give me, say if you have an afternoon to evening VP block, I could come out and do that. But the thing is, you don't know what you're getting with spare board, so I would just have to play it out. You don't do any northeast work, I hope. Yeah. You might have to do a 42 or something. But it's not forever. You're not. So the vacation run sign up, when does that start again for you? Yeah. Because I know they have a sign up for drivers that just they sign on routes February to the end of June. And then the vacation run drivers, you guys must be different. Look at the buses I get to film there, a whole row of them. I've done some school bus film too, that counts too. I remember a couple of my fans were asking of you, like, halfway through last year, have you seen Stacy around? And I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go and take her bus one of these days.
Yeah, I can't believe it was so long between us seeing each other the last time, you know?
But I mean, I got busy catching other buses, and it goes up. There's your favorite. I'm teasing you.
Where's my favorite?
The bus.
Yeah, that's my favorite.
Why don't you well, you know what? The XD40s get mixed reviews. Some of the drivers like them. What don't you like about them?
Some of them just don't have very good acceleration, and some of them I don't like the doors. You know, I don't know, there's just different reasons, right?
You know what? I will say the retarder is not as aggressive like on the old buses.
That's right too, yeah. Maybe I just have
Like, you know, I was on some of the buses from Anderson when they first came out. They were sitting for over a year, and the retarders were really aggressive because they were sitting for too long. That's what can happen, right?
yeah.
But once you get mileage on them, it's not bad. More mileage. Up all the way from Cranston to Stony, I thought of that. I was like, whoa.
Yeah.
Well, you must have to get up at 10 something then.
Yeah, pretty much. Well, I had to leave at like, today I left at 10:30. So yeah. It's only, it's a bit of a drive.
This is a pretty smooth bus.
Yeah, it's pretty good actually.
This?
Yeah.
I'm so sorry. Oh,
Try it.
This is a nice route so far, too.
It's pretty nice actually, yeah.
So you're stuck with me for the next hour and whatever. I figured I must do this long route, right?
Yeah, exactly. Check it out.
One of these days I'm gonna go to Airdrie and try their transit out. Get some buses on the fleet there.
girl. It's still wet. What do you think?
I've been up here to go to Dalhousie near John Laurie and stuff. John Laurie Boulevard or something.
It's so
The 8 goes this way too, I believe.
Yeah, but we keep going, yeah. Go further than the 8.
So you're really done, but you won't be home till 9 something tonight. Or, yeah, depending on traffic, if there's ever an accident, something. You notice since the motor's in the back, far less acceleration than your old 40-foot bus. I'm so glad it stopped snowing. I thought you were gonna struggle a bit because, well, it wasn't a lot, see? That must be the 8 up there. You know what? This cold is nothing compared to what we've had.
That's right, it could be worse, yep.
One thing I'm thankful for is the heat's not bad in here.
Yeah, that's good.
When I did the 20 with you, that bus was weird, good and everything else, but it would heat up, then it would be cold.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, they don't maintain very well.
Like my dad said, she had that bus cold. Well, I told him no, it's the bus itself. Well, I mean, they maintain the motor and everything, but the heaters are an important component.
How's your family? How's your dad?
Oh, good, hanging in there like everyone else. Trying to keep a head up even though it's hard. Like for a few days there, I was kind of blah, right? Just really tired, not sleeping very well. You know, but I gotta, you know, try to keep the head out of the water rather than under.
Yeah, it's also just that time of the year, right? Where you just feel a bit flat.
And you know know what? With everything going on, once the spring comes, I'll be a lot more awake. I feel like coping with the COVID and everything in the spring is easier because you can be outside. And like, say if you're doing a block out of Spring Gardens, I can come on and do a couple trips on a nice day. I'm doing a weekend block this weekend. I started incorporating that now. But I'm very stealthy on the weekends. I just, because weekend service is not great, I just pinpoint and get on. It is that time of year though, everyone wants winter to be over.
Yeah, we're just tired of it. You got like at least 2 months, probably more like 3.5.
But you know what? It's gonna be a messy 3.5. You'll get a 19-degree day in there before it's all said and done. Don't forget you have that May lawn. The weather's always pretty funky there. Or you can get a scorching May long weekend. You never know what you're gonna get. I see why you like it. This bus is pretty smooth. The retarder's not pushy at all. You've driven some of our really old Arctics, eh? Some of the retarders are pushy on them. Our 2007s. Oh, he turned off. You'll probably get some stony blocks on spare board.
Yeah, probably. Well, maybe. I don't know. That one's my least preferred. Like, you can tell them which one you don't want at all. So I probably won't get anything out of there.
And you know what? Spring Gardens can be risky because you might have to go up to the northeast.
Yeah, exactly.
And like they say, can you ask us your preferred grounds? You would say Victoria Park for spare board because
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
and it's easier for me, easier for you. And then I like the south routes.
Yeah. Oh, so do I. That's.
Like you can do an afternoon block on the 37 or something.
Oh, sure. I would love that. Yeah.
I would love if you get the tail on spare board.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll see what happens.
That's my favorite memory of us on the till together.
Okay, that's a good one. It's kind of the best, really.
Max Purple is good because it takes you downtown, but it stops too frequently. It's like the 3.
I don't like that Max Purple.
Oh, you've done it, did ya?
Yeah, it's probably one of my least favorite.
But it goes to East Hills, that's about, and then it goes out to Chestermere during rush hour.
Yeah, I've never done that before, but yeah.
I never go on it because if I want to do a full round trip and I get the last trip of the day in the evening, it won't go back.
Exactly. You're like, well, now what? Yeah.
And that 440 is a shuttle route that goes to Franklin.
That's right. Yeah, yeah.
And my only option would be get off the bus, get on it at Chestermere, get off the bus and then walk. all the way to Chestermere. That's what I would have to do. Like in the summertime, I wouldn't mind. Well, Thursday -7, so we're going back up. Yep. I will most likely be on again tomorrow with my dad. I might leave around 1:30 from my house and get you maybe 14:20 at Brentwood. If not, I'll get the same trip as today. I would have gotten you earlier when you said like 12:44. I'm like, I don't leave my house till 2 o'clock, so. I have lunch around 1 o'clock. This door really slams when you open. Squish my poor old feet. Oh, did I tell you, you know when you had 7750, you know why that bus sounds different? Different axle.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I guess it affects the sound of the bus. And this bus has a really weird stop thing. Wow, we're way far out. The closest we would be at this point is maybe what? North Point?
Oh no, we're far away from North.
Yeah.
We're like so.
But this reminds me of North Point a little bit with all, yeah, with all the. Don't you stop for a bit at Shoppers, right? Yeah, 7750 has an amazing axle, 48, 92, and 37 and 54. All have, you know, unique sounding bus.
Really? I'll have to look into that. Or
Oh, did I tell you I got all my 50 series 40 foots done? I have 7750 through 8450 all in a row. Yup. I see why you don't like them. Like, I've been getting used to riding the XD40s, but I'm an old new flyer guy. The old new flyers, that's your typical workhorse. My favorite is when you go uphill on the Route 12, eh? Oh, did you know on January 29th, it's been a year since George retired. Yeah. I'm gonna have to give him a shout sometime. See what I mean? Every time someone pushes the stop, it's a weird dinging sound. Before you came, there was 5 buses on this route, eh? All rush hour.
Oh, yeah?
It's cold today though, you can tell by the way the lot of steam coming out of roof. Yeah, minus 26 with the wind chill. Yep. But I'm sure we're used to it by now after what we've had. With the wind chill, it's going to get down to minus 35 with the wind chill tonight. Believe it or not. But what I do in this cold weather, I'll come on with you for a trip and that'll be my day. I don't go crazy on cold days. And my muscles feel tight if I'm in the cold for too long. Like I could hardly move.
Hopefully it doesn't get there before us.
Yeah, it's a bit too much. It's real cold.
What is it now? Your 19th year this year working with transit or 8?
Coming up to 18. Yeah, 18.
We'll have to do something for your 20 year.
Yeah, you want to get me some chocolate.
Yeah. Maybe I'll get you the Mirafro Chase.
That would be something, yeah.
I ate 4 at once today.
Oh no.
But I just had to tell my dad, get these things away from me.
Yeah, no kidding.
They're all in my room, but I want them. I can go and eat some at 3 in the morning if I want to.
Oh yeah.
Oof. We're stuck, are we? There you go. Oh, if you didn't put any sand, I tell ya.
Still be sitting there. Getting tired.
Just go home.
See, this is why they don't dispatch any air ticks when it's really snowing.
Yeah.
And like VP says, nope, we're not sending out any air ticks. We'll just send out extras out of spring today.
Yeah.
That's where Anderson should come in. I mean, really, if you're not using air ticks,
Yeah, no kidding.
I will never forget that they closed Anderson to buses.
Breaks my heart. Breaks my heart. I'll tell you.
But they're taking buses out of storage now and taking them to Vic, so I guess that's a start.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
I felt like we were on a bit of a roller coaster there for a minute.
Back end was kind of doing one of those.
Didn't Route 64 used to have air ticks on it as well?
Oh, yeah, yeah,
Yeah, I've been up to Sage Hill on the 123.
yeah.
I might go get another hot chocolate today. Hey, it's perfect weather.
Oh, yeah. Where do you get your hot chocolate from?
Starbucks.
Oh, yeah, that's good stuff. Yeah.
I thought you were gonna tease me.
Oh, well. Again, you know, that's good. That's good hot chocolate at Starbucks.
Tim Hortons is too sweet.
Yeah, it's not, you gotta add a bit more hot water to it.
But they don't.
I know. And then that last sip, it's just like, oh. Too much.
But I mean, Starbucks is sweet, but then it gets, but then they add like a perfect amount of milk and water, and it's just perfect. It's almost kind of the combination between sweet and a little bitter, eh? It's very nice.
Yeah, it's been a while since I've had a Starbucks hot chocolate. Can you get it with whipping cream on top?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I give them a stopper because I don't drink it right away. So after he stretches me and I do my exercise, and then after I'm done all that, he goes. But the stopper keeps it nice and warm. But always put your hands on the cardboard, you know, the rounded cardboard thing they give you, so you don't burn your hands off. Always keep that with you. I almost burned my hand off a couple times holding it.
Really? Yeah, I gotta be careful.
Oh, I can't even imagine. When I think of the 60 series, I just have that memory in the back of my mind of 6072, that huge collision on the 23.
Oh, I know.
And he hasn't been back to work yet, poor guy, I don't think.
Yeah, that's terrible.
This is like when we first met on the till, right?
Just give it a little kick. There we go. This door, I'll tell you.
It's not very good.
No, it's like what?
Oh, when it's snowing hard on this route, it must be heck to get through here.
Well, even that where I got stuck, right? Like, what was that? Like,
Yeah. If they don't fix it.
yeah.
This must go down to 1 or 2 buses after rush hour.
I think so, yeah. I think that, well,
Because you go out of service at 1921.
yeah. Maybe 2 buses, maybe it's every 45. I don't know.
Or maybe a single bus replaces the Arctic.
Yeah, maybe.
So another bus would replace you since they don't need the Arctic anymore.
Exactly, yeah.
Geez, that was a jerky shift.
Yeah. Trying to get some traction.
So I guess happy 18th year.
Yeah, thanks.
Or not officially yet. Your 18th is in.
Yeah, in April.
Oh, that's when 7701 came out, April 2001.
Okay.
Yeah. So 21st birthday this year for that bus.
Yeah.
You know why I think they got rid of 477s too? They were rusting, right? By the time these accordions are 20 years old, they'll probably just buy electric accordion.
Yeah, probably. Yeah. Or the natural gas.
I would rather natural gas.
Yeah.
I don't like electric, and I've heard a lot of bad things. in Europe there's hundreds of cars lined up in the field, electric cars that broke down.
Oh, yeah?
And they're just sitting there. It's more expensive to replace the damn battery than it, is the, you must buy a gas car,
Right.
is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
Because when that battery breaks down, getting parts for it, even though it's new technology, it's like, ugh. The truth is, diesel does pollute a lot, though. The bad thing, you can't get rid of it overnight. That's your typical workhorse. One day, if everything's good, I'm gonna film myself on an A380 jet. That's a 4-engine plane and it's a double-decker.
Oh, man. So where do they fly out of?
And they carry tons and tons of, they fly to Dubai. They do the long haul flights.
So is one part of it like sleeping area for the rich people, or what?
I imagine with a plane that big, yeah.
Super, super first class.
And like that was the even bigger version from the 747 jumbo jet, an upgrade. Isn't that amazing how something that big could stay in the air?
It's kind of unbelievable, really, when you think about it. But then again, like you look at a bumblebee, right?
Yeah.
How would a bumblebee fly? So,
No wings, you can't fly.
yeah, what's happening?
Did you hear airplane stories? They grounded the Boeing 737 MAX for a few years.
Their software is all bad.
And did you hear plane crashes were happening? Catastrophic engine failures, causing warning alarms to the pilots. Also, you did hear about that. It was terrible. The old buses don't do that. They're pretty smooth. So you still get the option on Spareboard to pick your particular garage?
Well, you can pick one garage that you don't want.
Okay.
Yeah, and then after that it's... So I would always have Stony, and then, it's like when Anderson was open, it was like, I would like you to say that I want Anderson, like to rank them, But they don't do it that way. They're like, just tell us what you don't want.
If I was running the system, what's your top 2 garages?
Yeah, well, I mean...
Anderson's not even open anymore, so that's out of the picture.
Yeah, exactly.
You must have scrapped that idea.
Yeah, just let it go. Let it go.
The thing with Stony, though, you do get some northeast blocks. Like the 43, there's lots of Stony buses. We're trying to get traction here. I
Yeah,
can
I'm
feel.
trying not to actually stop so that I can just keep it moving,
See, like I can feel it. She's a little.
Yeah, it's a nice step. Especially uphill, it's just like, just keep moving.
What's for dinner tonight?
Oh, I went to Wendy's and I got a spicy chicken wrap.
Isn't that one of their new ones? They have a lot of spicy chicken stuff out now.
Yeah, it seems to be a big thing now. But yeah, they're pretty good. I don't know, what are you having?
I'm having duck tonight.
Duck?
Yeah.
Like what kind of duck?
Like just like duck, bird, stuff like that.
Like how do you, is it like a roast duck or a fried duck? Like what are we
I guess you could say that, and boy, a lot of people don't like it, but oh my god, it's
Is it really
one.
good?
Yeah, it's really good that I ate 3 bowls of it every time my dad made.
Oh my goodness.
And ice cream, and then a drink.
Oh yeah. That's pretty good.
One time I was sick, this was years ago, I ate 3 bowls of turkey dinner
Oh,
and 2 bowls of apple crisp.
oh man. You must have been feeling better.
Geez, I already been on a bus for almost an hour, really?
Yeah. And we just got ourselves back on schedule. Just like that.
With an Arctic, it's kind of hard sometimes because they're slower, right?
Yeah, exactly. Then when you get stuck, you have to throw
The
book.
footage I have on the 20 was so funny. When we were teasing each other, I watched it back and just started laughing.
Really? Oh man. Okay, I gotta watch it.
It's a long video though, I can't remember what part it was.
Okay.
But oh my god, we were teasing each other about foods.
Yeah. Alright, now we head down.
What a route this is, eh?
Wow, look at this view that we've got up here. Up with-
It's gorgeous.
Yeah, and you know what? At night it looks really nice too.
Well, you might get a night key and I might come out with my dad one time and
Yeah, like my last trip, which don't come on that one because I finished here.
oh yeah.
But that one's really nice because it's like pitch black and you know it looks so cool from up here.
I gotta go out the window. It's beautiful with the it's like a Christmas scene.
Right? Yeah, looks nice.
You'll see this on the did I send you my thing? I don't think I did. I'm slacking, you're gonna get after me.
What did you do?
So you finish at North Hill on your yeah, I checked that.
Yeah, I finished up here, yeah. And then just straight back to the road.
I can just come at the 5:04.
Yeah, do
Or-
that second last trip. Whatever time that is. 5:04, yeah.
But I mean it's close to that. You arrive at whatever time and then you depart at
5:10.
oh then that's perfect.
Yeah.
And you're not busy then, right?
No, I mean, this trip right here was, well, it was pretty busy. I think that, yeah, I don't know. Because yesterday, the kids didn't have school, right?
No, it was a PD
Yeah,
day.
I wasn't busy at all, but today, like, there's more kids out, so.
Well, they had their PD day yesterday.
And I think the high school kids are, like, done writing exams, but not back in yet. I don't know what they're doing, but there didn't seem like there were too many of them yesterday.
Oh, you know what? They might be starting February 2nd or something.
Yeah, like the new semester.
And they may have started exams late.
Okay.
With everything that's going on, they may have started it late.
Does it feel warm back there? How's it feel?
It's a little brisk, but it's pretty good.
Yeah.
The bus will heat up quick.
Yeah, it doesn't, I feel like it's not very warm. Like, I mean, I know it's not colder outside.
Like, I mean, it's not cold, but I can certainly feel it.
Yeah, it's not, yeah.
So, yeah, yesterday I could not see what bus you had. Couldn't sign into the CAD. Transit 55 was...
Yeah, I know, I looked through it and everything just had a question mark. But there's nothing on there.
Damn, so you leave at 5:10. I can come for that second last trip tomorrow, or maybe this one. I'll figure it out. And then you're back at 6:40, right? Yeah, because you go out of service at Shoppers there. Oh, that was funny. We were teasing about Five Guys and Subway. We were saying how jealous we were. You were getting after me because I told you I was having Five Guys. That's food if you had one drink too many the night before. That's hangover kill for the grease. Yeah. And that's the excuse. If it's not good, you're gonna blame me, eh? I see where this is going.
Right, if it's bad, I know who to blame, yeah.
Well, you know what? You either like it, or you either really love it, or you don't like it at all. But I love it. Give it a try. You might enjoy. You know what? I tried cheesecake, even homemade. I was never a cheesecake guy.
Maybe you haven't had good cheesecake.
True. I bet you chocolate pudding cheesecake would be good.
Oh yeah, probably.
Man. When you take the bus in, you gotta tell them about this. Just kind of give them the doors, kind of, you know. If I were the driver, I'd tell them the little things too, so they can have a look.
Yeah, that's how we know what's going on. Yeah, you gotta tell them.
Is that what that can is for? Your sand, right?
Yeah, that's right.
This route calms right down after the school kids get off.
Yeah, it's good because they all get on and then they get off and then on the way back you don't get like new ones.
Oh my God, it's so crazy having an accordion go through a neighborhood. I never experienced, like, this is not main road either. This is, but they've had an accordion on this route for years. It's no,
I feel like it's usually a lot easier.
well, I mean, it would be if it wasn't for, you know,
Yep.
what you call it. kids get out, it runs every, what, 10 minutes?
Yeah, there's a period of time where...
Oh, I bet you that 14 would be crazy right now. Whoa!
Alright, good thing we got our seatbelt on.
I felt your other end to it and the bus went with it.
It's funny because you're heading downhill, but you're turning uphill, so I thought I'd rather get some momentum with.
If I come on your second last trip, I might leave around 4:15, 15 minutes before you come, just because it takes a while to get to Brentwood, right?
Yeah, that's
And I always manufacture traffic too.
it. Yeah, I was gonna say.
I might leave about 4:10 if I end up coming on your second last. I would come on your last trip if only you finish at Brentwood.
Exactly, yeah.
Then I think another bus goes out of service half an hour on the route after you.
Oh, yeah.
I can't imagine them running every 45 minutes. It's a popular route.
Yeah, that's true.
Although they might, who knows? You know what this reminds me of a little bit? Walden Legacy with the thin house. Yeah. This route must only run every half an hour now by this time.
Yeah, I would say, yeah,
Oh, did you notice I finally shaved my beard?
I did not. You got your mask up. Let's have a look.
It's growing back, but you can see I look younger.
Yeah. So how come you saved it?
Oh, getting way too itchy. It was flaking and I was scratching at it. It was getting too much. And with the mask on, when I'm on the bus, when you're driving me around, it gets a little too much. Sometimes I have to lift my mask up and I could scratch my face right apart. Not a fun feeling. I would go and do another trip with you, but hockey game tonight, you know. Yeah. You know, we're just giving each other a hard time. My dad's team is playing Washington. Pittsburgh Penguins. I like the Blackhawks, but I mean, if they're not on, I like watching Pittsburgh. My favorite Penguin always has been Sidney Crosby. Oh, anti-brake system, there it goes. Yeah, you might have to report to the garage, like, when you go back, because the door is giving me issues. And that's an easy thing they can fix. If they have to take it apart somehow and put a part in her, put her back together, that's all you need. It's when the engine fills when you have a coolant leak, and that's something big. When's the last time since you've driven an 8000? Not for a long time.
Yeah, it's been a while.
I like the white 8000s better. They have more power. The red ones now, that's a different story on some of them.
Yeah, it's probably been since like summertime.
I should have came on your route in the summer. I'm gonna do more summer routes with you this year. I was like, why didn't I thought to myself, I'm like, damn, why didn't I talk to Stacy in the summer?
Well, you probably just got busy.
Yeah. And we had that 36-degree heat wave.
It was so hot for a while.
I didn't go out when it was that hot.
That was bad.
What if I made a thunderstorm right now?
Right? Yeah.
How about some ping pong ball sized hail?
Yeah, I got stuck in that storm and I got hit on like right on the forehead with this big chunk of hail. And then I had to go take over my bus. And I was like, what?
I filmed thunderstorms too.
What are you doing?
Yeah. What if I made it do it right now? And what if I made it hail big? You would be getting after me. See, now the heat's picking up a little bit.
Yeah, it's way better. I don't know what happened.
Well, you know what? You leave it off for a few minutes, then it has to.
Yeah.
Poor me, I think it was last Monday. When did you go back to work?
Oh, just on Monday, this Monday.
Oh, I think it was last week, Monday. I had no energy on the bus at all.
Really?
And like I should have told the driver, I got an XD60, but she had the heat set to maximum on the bus. And it was in the minuses, but it wasn't cold like this. And I had to take my jacket off inside because I was overheating.
Well, let me know if you start feeling too hot.
I'm good. You know, these accordions, once you set them to not absolutely maximum high, right? Like I imagine there's a temperature thing, even if you have the heater going on full blast, must be a temperature setting.
Yeah, eventually it'll sort of kick down, you know?
That's one feature on the XD40s I do like. It kicks off. I hear you don't like the computer in them either. Not easy to use. On the old buses, you just switch your route name like that. Say if you've done the 7 city center and you're going back to Murder Loop, you can just switch it.
Yeah, that's right.
Have you done the 7 before?
Oh, yeah, I've done it, but I haven't done it for a while. I don't like it.
No?
No.
Well, it stops in the middle of downtown.
Yeah, like it's better now. Like I didn't like it when it was on 7th Ave. Now we don't go on 7th Ave.
Oh, they took it out, did they?
Yeah, it's probably better. But the last time I did it, it was on 7th Ave. And yeah, I didn't like it. Too many people jaywalking and jumping in front of the bus.
You know what? Even if I was a few minutes early, if I saw that, I would have just took off right away and went back to Murder Loop. And if I had to wait for 15 minutes there, oh well, I would rather be safe than sorry. Up at the at the, what is it? 50,
Oh yeah, 50th Ave station, yeah.
yeah, little terminal there.
Yeah, it's actually not bad there, yeah.
You know what? I would just drop off people downtown and then boot it right away. Even if the cab told me no, you can't do that, just to be safer. If I was a bus driver, I would not like to wait downtown, especially when it's right in the middle. You done that Max Yellow too?
Oh yeah, that's my favorite down, I think. Yeah, I like that one.
It stops downtown though, right where the 7.
Yeah.
But I mean, they don't give you a lot of waiting time. You drop off and
Right, yeah.
take off right away.
Yeah. All the waiting time is at the 7.
You know what this highway reminds me of? When you go to 14 Cranston.
Oh yeah.
You go on that big highway.
Yeah, yeah.
And I love when you have an older bus, it's fun going downhill and you can hear the engine screaming. When you were out of Spring Gardens, I think they asked you this before, have they ever given you a change off out of VP when you worked out of Spring?
I don't know.
Because sometimes they don't have change offs available on the ground.
Yeah, exactly. They don't have any buses. Yeah, I think I had one that already had been changed off that came from
Isn't that terrible? You have one that already have been changed and they give you the bus that has been changed off from the other route. It's like, why are you giving me this? Why did you change the bus off if something was wrong with it and give it to another driver? Did you have problems with that bus that day? Because Because if they give you a bus that's already been changed off from another driver, then that's an issue. I couldn't tell you on that one. There's one of the older school buses. You know what, I wish I would have started this earlier, else if I did, we went on field trips, I could have filmed some of the first student school buses that came in the division. But in the future, I probably will. Oh, them old school buses, you can certainly hear their motors. Or did I tell you our 2013 shuttles are done? They finally got out. Probably got rid of them. The last two hasn't been active since November. I think I did the old 1800s or 1834, 1824 through 34. But if you have a 2013 small shuttle bus, that's a lot of years for a small bus. Oh, they're bumpy. Holy. No suspension, no shocks on. I almost tipped over on one once. If that was you driving it, you would be so concerned. Or would you just let me go for a roller coaster?
Just hit the brakes and then the gas. No, I would never do that. That's terrible.
You sure? I'm just teasing you. You must be happy to have something to do again now.
Yeah.
And I imagine over your 18 years, like you missed a bit here. I imagine you never missed a whole bunch.
No, I haven't, no. Yeah, I was getting a little bit stir crazy.
Tell me about it by the weekend's over, I'm ready to go. By the time the weekend's over, I'm ready to go again. Yeah, I checked the trips today and I'm like, that Arctic is out of Stony. I'm like, Stacy's gonna have to go all the way. So what's your route when you go back to the garage?
Well, when I leave Beaconville, instead of turning right, I turn left.
Yeah.
And then I just go and I go on the Stony Trail. And I just take that all the way east back to my garage.
Yeah.
So it just takes about maybe 18 minutes.
And how is the buses when you get back in? Is there a lineup?
So there's one guy ahead of me, that was it.
Because all the rush hour buses are already back. But I imagine the last load of buses that come out of VP is busy late at night because all the last ones are coming in.
When you take one of these back to Stony,
Yeah.
they park you on like lane 28, and that's like the farthest away one. So you're like, gotta walk.
Maybe that would be crazy. Maybe one day if you're on the bus, I can experience some grass life.
Oh, would you like that?
Yeah, you can. When you go out of service, you can take me back to the garage.
Oh, man, I think we have to like arrange it with some
Calgary Transit.
manager type person.
Fleet guy. Davies probably.
Maybe just like the garage coordinator guy.
And imagine if you got a 77 and took me on Barefoot Trail.
Yeah.
Really hear it.
Yeah, no kidding.
I'm gonna miss all them buses when they're eventually gone.
Yeah, exactly.
Some I probably won't because some of the 77s, there's 1 or 2, 3, 4, 5 maybe that are quite slow.
Yeah.
But I mean, I miss them all equally.
Yeah.
Oh, they must have over a couple million on them now, over 20 years. What's this one clocking in at? It's gotta be at least 500,000 or 600,000, I would assume.
Yeah, or maybe more. Like this one's already at like 386. This bus is not old.
Oh, but that's not even broken in yet, if you ask me. Got a while to go. Oh, you might have to do the 3 on Spearboard.
Yeah.
That's the only VP route I don't like.
Oh, really?
Well, I shouldn't say that. If you're going up to Sandstone, it's nice.
Yeah.
But you have to stop at every single stop. And like, they're like 30 seconds apart.
I know, yeah. It's a bit of it's a workhorse.
We're back already?
We're now.
Yeah.
Let me see how old this bus is.
It's 8 years old this year, I think.
It's a 2014.
Yep.
August. Yeah.
So 8 years this year. You're home free now.
Yep.
You don't have to put up with Mr. Teasy Weezy anymore.
Oh, you can tease me. I'll just tease you back. It goes both ways, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
We're just having fun though. George would do it. He's like, do you get it? I'm empty. It's like, my stomach's pretty good. I'm like, George, I mean the bus. He's like, okay. Okay.
Yeah, that sounds like George.
Are you gonna get another load here or no?
No, I don't think so. I think they've all gone to other buses. I don't think there's anyone even at that spot.
This would be the perfect trip to actually take. By the time you're back, it'll be dark.
Yeah.
If I come along tomorrow. Yeah, if I leave at 4:10, I should be here around 4:45. Well, we're not back just yet, but we're close. Probably get an Arctic again tomorrow because that's your key, right?
Exactly, yeah.
Or sometimes they don't. Say if an Arctic breaks down, they will give you a single bus sometimes if Arctics are being worked on. Well, thank you. It didn't feel like an hour and a half or however long it's been. Good to see ya. Happy New Year. Bring some goodies. We can hook you. Maybe you can hook me up with some chocolate in the future. Oh God, I love turtles. Oh really? And then just keep them stored till I come on the bus. Yeah, that would be good. No problem. I'll just remind you tomorrow when we're on the.
But it was dumb. I took two yesterday, and I went to open one, and it was just air. Like it was sealed, but it didn't have a turtle in it. It was like just package with air in it. I was like, what the heck, man?
Cheaping out as usual.
Yeah, I got totally ripped off.
And you're paying good money for those. Turtles are Christmas chocolate, eh? They're expensive. I'm gonna go pick out all the Delaware crochet chocolates again tonight. Yeah, that would be good. I can help you eat the other box. I'll bring them home with me. I'll email you to see if I get ones that there. I'll take a photo and send it. How can you tell if there's air? There's just no stuffing?
There's nothing solid, and I like pulled it out, and I'm like, what the heck? But it was sealed, you know? Like,
Well,
it wasn't already open, and it was
well, folks, there was your treat today. You wanted to see Stacy? There she is. Yeah. New Far Bus Unit 6074.